Selling a patented product on Amazon, I'll show you how to take down counterfeits in today's video. So first things first, you need to identify if they're actually violating your patent, and are they violating a design patent or a utility patent? Completely different, and they do provide a different process. Now here is our client's product right here, and you can see it's a little clip. It goes on your hand, and they have a design patent. So nobody can copy their design. You can see here's their design patent. It's almost identical to their actual product. If anybody's copying their design, then we can get them kicked off. And you can see right here that there is a competitor that's obviously copying their design. So, and they're selling it for dirt cheap, probably somewhere out of China. It is what it is, and it's ruining the customer's brand and stealing sales. So what we want to do is we want to report them, right? So the first thing we can do is we can contact them and say, hey, like, we're going to report you. I don't recommend doing that, because what that does is that gets them prepared to like lawyer up and everything. What I like to do is you want to get leverage. So in order to get leverage, you report them, get them removed first. Once they're removed, then, you know, they can get their attorneys, or you can negotiate something, or they can pay you money, right? So what you want to do is go into Amazon Seller Central. Now there's two ways to report for patent infringement. The first way is to go to performance and then go to account health. Once you're here, you're going to click report abuse of Amazon's policies, and then you're going to do right here, it says patent violation, and then you're going to click public notice form and then report it there. This is not the most powerful way to report patent infringement. This is only if you don't have a trademark. If you do have a trademark, what you're going to want to do is enroll in brand registry. So you're going to go to brandregistry.amazon.com. You can also Google Amazon brand registry, and you're going to sign in as if you're signing into your Seller Central account. If it doesn't work, you need to create a brandregistry.amazon.com account. It's separate from brand registry. Enroll your trademark. Once you enroll your trademark, then you can report violations, and this is like an official platform to get fakes removed, right? So you're going to click report a violation right here in brand registry. Then you're going to put in the ASIN of the product. Here's the ASIN. ASINs usually start with B as in boy, and then you're going to report the entire listing, right? We want to get them kicked off from Amazon for good. Also, patent infringements, usually if they get it, they can actually get removed from Amazon like forever, so they can get suspended. You're going to click patent infringement, and now this is the important. Is it a design patent or is it a utility patent? Now, a design patent has the word D in it right at the front, so we know right from the get it's a design patent. Super easy. So I'm going to click design patent. Design patents are easy to like report. Utility patents are difficult because they're complicated. So a design patent, you're just going to put your patent number in, and it's literally right here. You're going to put all that in, that patent number, right? And then you're just going to provide information, and you're just going to say, hi, Amazon. ASIN is stealing our patent design. You can clearly see on ASIN's listing that they are stealing our exact patent design. It's an exact replica. Not only is this against Amazon's policies, but it's also against the law. Please remove them from Amazon. So you're going to say something like that, and then what Amazon's going to do is, if they're smart, they're actually going to look at your design patent, look at this and see that it's almost identical, and then they're going to remove them from Amazon, right? Sometimes I actually have to put the patent, and I need to like download this, and I put it in here, right? The link to the patent, because you want to make it as idiot proof as possible. If you put too much text into here, Amazon's not going to accept it. You need to act like you're putting it in front of somebody that's very lazy. So give them everything they need, so that way they can open it and review it and be like, oh my gosh, it is violating their patent, right? And what I like to do is even include like an image that shows here's our real patent. I put here it is, and then I put the fake one right here. Now, if you want to increase your chances of removing the fake, what you want to do is purchase this product. So you add to cart, buy it, wait for it to be delivered, take photos, and then you report them to Amazon. When you do that, you also say you did it order, put the order ID, and say that, you know, it completely violates it, and it breaks Amazon's policies and the law. You really want to put that it breaks Amazon's policy and the law, because once you add those both in, usually Amazon is like, oh shit, like we need to get them removed because it's breaking the law and our policies, right? But make it short and sweet. Then you're going to click monitor and submission history, and sometimes it takes 7 days for them to accept it. If they accept it, they're completely kicked off of Amazon. If they don't accept it, what you want to do is you want to escalate it. That's when you're going to download all of these images and you're going to make it like idiot proof. This is our tactic pretty much for getting people removed, is you make it idiot proof just like this. And then what you're going to do is escalate it to Amazon. So you're going to go to support, contact brand support, and then you can escalate a previously submitted issue right here. So, and the best part about this is you can add attachments. So this one you can actually add photos. The loophole to add photos to the initial one is to upload the photos to your website. So if you upload the idiot proof images to your website like this and upload this to your website, then you can reference and be like, check out my website, acculeaf.com/images. And then they can see, oh wow, because they can open up links to your website. They can open up links to Google. They won't open up like private links like to Dropbox or Google Drive. They won't open up those. But to your website and stuff, it's free game. So that's kind of another loophole to do it, is to do a test buy, upload the images to your website, tell Amazon it's illegal and it's against Amazon's policies, and then report them, and it should get accepted. Now, if you're doing a utility patent, it is a lot more difficult because Amazon is not experienced with utility patents. Utility patents are very difficult. So you need to enroll in a program called Apex. So you're going to you're going to fill it out all the same, but now instead you want to enroll yourself in Amazon Patent Evaluation Express, which is called Apex, right? So to do that, you actually click none, and then you click, would you like to submit to Apex? You click yes, you put the expiration date, and then you can only put one claim number. So let me see how many claims are in a design patent. There's only one, this one only has one claim, right? But some patents have multiple claims. So let's say it has 10 claims, like it has this, and it has the color, and it has the other design. You can only pick one claim. So you say claim number 1 is what they're violating, or claim number 2, or claim number 3. You put that in, you put any names of corporate parents, subsidiaries, or other entities related to the patent owner, and then you submit it. This is very slow, but it is a faster way than going to court. Once you do this, then Amazon hires a third-party representative. You got to put up money. The competitor has to put up money. If the competitor doesn't put up money, then they're automatically kicked off of Amazon. You get all your money back, which happens most of the time because they are violating your utility patent. Then Amazon hires a third-party attorney in the US and they review it. Then they make a decision who's the winner, right? If they win, then they get to stay on Amazon. If they lose and they get kicked off of Amazon, you get all your money back. Pretty much if you win, you get all your money back every single time. So it's not too bad, right? Instead of going to court, which would take a very, very long time and be more expensive, this one only costs around $5,000, right? And again, if you win, you get all your money back, right? So not too bad if you have a utility patent, but design patents are a lot different. Now, another tip is to go slow and steady. Don't rush this process. Don't be reporting like people like crazy. You need to do maybe like 1 a week, 2 a week. If you do too much and you report the same person over and over again, Amazon's going to think you're violating their policies. They're just going to kick you off brand registry and say you can't report fakes anymore. We can get you reinstated if that happens, but it's just a pain. Don't want that to happen to you. But that's it for today's video. If you want me to create more videos regarding Amazon, let me know in the comments below on what to talk about next. If you learned something new, drop a like, and if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need any help with increasing sales, removing fakes on Amazon, or just help on Amazon, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, one of our most popular services is our full account management service. This is where we'll manage your inventory, calling Amazon customer service, advertising, increasing sales, and of course, monitoring your competitors, hijackers, counterfeits. Not only will we monitor them on Amazon, but we'll monitor them on Amazon.com, .ca, UK, all of the Amazon platforms, eBay, Walmart, Etsy, Alibaba. We can actually remove fakes from Alibaba so people aren't ordering from manufacturers, and a lot more websites altogether. That's it for today's service. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.